Calvin Baker worked for Consolidated Freightways, among others. Worked on the dock, in the yard, and driving. Enjoying that pension right now. It's enough, getting enough to live comfortably. I don't have enough for traveling or anything like that, which is all right. But if I get cut, it's going to cut deep. It's going to hurt. And I'm trying to avoid that.
And what are you asking the folks in Congress to do about pension reform this year?
Yes, I want to save my pension, everybody's pensions, do whatever's necessary to save it.
My name is James Butler. I was a road truck driver for 39 years.
And what's your concerns about the pension crisis going on in America right now?
My concern is we worked for so long to get our retirement so we could retire and live comfortable. So we had to do what was necessary to keep our retirement, whether we had to leave our family and go to other union jobs with the same contract to keep our retirement. I did that for years, back in the 80s when the economy was in such bad shape. And now the threat of losing the retirement I worked so hard and my family suffered so much with me being gone is in jeopardy, and I'm very, very concerned about it.
Elliot Pulley. I drove a truck for Teamsters, worked through the Teamsters Union for East Texas Motor Freight, Campbell 66 Express, CF, ABF, and Carolina Freight. I put in 37 years into the fund.
And what are you concerned about when it deals with the pension crisis?
Well, I worked hard all my life, and we took pay cuts, and I always thought that what was going in was going to be our pension, and now it's going to be taken away, and got a lot of health problems, need a lot of medication, and it's going to really hurt as far as bills, cost of living and everything nowadays. But I'm concerned about my pension as well as everybody else's.
Joseph L. White. I worked for ABF. I drove on the road for ABF, and I retired in 2000. I'm 78 years old, and if the pension fund goes broke, I'll have nothing but my Social Security, and I'll have to go on, not that I want to, but I'll have to go on every federal program I can get on to try to live.
What are you asking the people in Congress that are looking at this pension crisis? What are you asking them to do?
I'm asking them to make the loan to the pension fund, Central States Pension Fund, and because it will have a lot of trickle-down effects if that pension fund goes broke, because there will be thousands of people just like me that will have to go on every federal program they can get on to try to live.
And any last words for anybody watching this about what's going on with the pension crisis?
Well, to just call your congressman and let them know how you feel about it and what you would like for them to do.
My name is Aaron Furlow. I drove a truck for 37 years for different companies. It took me a while to explain to all the ones I went through, but I retired in 05 from ABF Freight System.
And what's your concern here about the pension crisis?
Well, I'm concerned about myself and also my brothers. I've been in Teamsters for coming up to August 58 years, and I'm a Teamster diehard, and I hope Teamster will be around for a long time. It's very important about this Teamster stuff. I want everybody to have a part of it.
And what are you asking the folks in Congress that are looking at this pension issue? What are you asking them to do?
They look over this and see what they can do to save our pension. It's very important to all of us. I'm 80 years old, which I might not be around that much longer, but it's important to my fellow brothers and sisters to have a pension the same that I have. I have enjoyed mine for that 13 years, and I really enjoy it.
Thank you so much, brother.
My name's Steve Dotson. I was a Teamster for 30 years. Drove out of Atlanta, Georgia, all my 30 years.
And what's your concerns here about the pension crisis in the United States?
My concern is if we get cut, it's going to hurt not only me, but everybody else in the state of Georgia. You know, we worked all this time. We deserve what we worked for.
Larry Ross. I work for Consolidated Freight till they went out of business. I've been around trucking all my life, just about, 42 plus years, you know what I'm saying? So it was a rough life, but we survived, you know what I'm talking about. But it's just, man, I'm fighting hard, hope everything goes good. We hate to see everything, all these years we spent and everything just dropped down to nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I'm glad to be here. I just thank God I'm still there kicking around, you know what I'm saying?
What are you asking the folks in Congress to do when they're on this, dealing with this pension crisis?
Well, my main thing, get on our side, help support us, get us, stay forward. I got to look for pull forward all of us, because all these years and things we struggled for this, we didn't just struggle just to get it away, let it go. That's part of what it's fighting for, Worked all your life, you want to look something to have something to retire,